Okay, good morning. Today's Thursday. Not quite sure about the date, but anyway, thank you for tuning in. It's morning yoga with me, Coline. If you want to grab your blanket, cushion, or even just a towel this morning, that might be a bit helpful as well. And welcome to our Thursday session. So today we've got a little loosening up session just to help you get some flexibility back into your joints and into your spine as well. Anyone can do this little session. As you can see, I've placed the blanket just behind me. I'm sitting on it. So come and sit comfortably in the center of your mat. We'll start in this position and we'll stay in here for a few minutes. So make yourself comfortable and be cross-legged, any position that feels right for you. And we're going to start by just really loosen up the body. So start by finding the place where you can have the spine long and straight. And then breathing in, we're going to lengthen the spine all the way to the top of the head. You want to relax the shoulders, relax the arms as well. As you can see, I'm bringing my thumb and first finger together, but you can also just rest your hands down as you prefer. Let's just start by finding a breathing. See if we can relax the lower back as well. Just soften the back, soften the neck and shoulders and the face. See if you can soften the face gently. Take a couple more breaths here. And then we're going to start by just gently rolling the neck forward. So letting the head come forward. Inhale, take a deep breath in to come back to the center. Spine long and straight. Exhale to the back. Inhale back to the center. Exhale forward. Nothing else but your head is moving right now. And relax the shoulders and the spine as much as possible. And we don't want to force the head anywhere, so it just goes as far as it can. We inhale, come back to the center, and we exhale forward. And we want to loosen the cervical, the top part of your spine. So we keep the movement flowing. Inhale to the center. And exhale, the head goes back or forward. Let's do a couple more. You can keep your eyes closed if you wish as well. And let's see if we feel the top of the spine loosening up already. If you can feel your head going further forward or back. Hope it sounds okay today. It's a bit windy here on top of the river behind me that you can hear. It's a little bit overcast as well. Okay, let's keep the spine long and straight. We'll do one more in each direction. See if you can really take the head a little further, pushing it forward or tilting it back. And then coming back to the center, we're going to do the same thing in onto the side. So inhale in the center, breathe in and breathe out. Let the head go to one side. Again, everything else is completely still. Only the head is moving. Let's try to keep it straight. So you want the chin to be on the same line as well. And see if we can relax this neck. It is a place where we tend to accumulate a lot of tensions. Especially if you're a mom, like when you're carrying a baby or chasing after him all day long. and it tend to be really tense. And these are good little exercises to do to just get rid of those tensions. So let's push it a little further. Let's see if we can twist further back without moving the body. And a couple more. Last one in each direction. And let's come back to the center. Now we want to loosen up the head, doing the circle. So let's keep this position. You can change the legs if that's too much. Keep the back straight. And then lengthen here. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to let the head come forward first. Roll forward to the side. Back to the other side. Let's try to keep the head in the same line, so don't move the chin. Kind of visualize a thread from the top of your head as if you were a puppet that someone were letting the thread go and the head is just rolling forward. So that makes much sense. So gently let the head do its own movement, very, very gently and slowly. It does not feel as simple that you might think. Just really let the spine roll back and forth. Okay, let's do one last one here. Come back to the center. And once you're straight, we're going to go to the opposite direction. So gently, let's try not to move the shoulders either. You're starting the movement from the top of the head, the crown of the head, not the chin. Let's see if we can go a bit further forward. We'll do a couple more here. Take your time. Really important to go slowly with the head. Really delicate part of the body. And we can come back to the center. Let's soften and loosen up the shoulders. You can place your fingertips on top of them and gently roll them back. And even more and more, using the elbows to bring them up and push them down. And let's do this in the opposite direction. And we can release the hands. We're going to bring one up, one down. Don't feel free to exaggerate this time. But don't move the head, just the shoulders. Push one down, bring one up, one down, and up. Lovely. Let's bring the arms up on the next inhale. And we're going to come forward. Keep that buttocks down onto your mat or blanket. Come forward as far as you can before the buttocks come off, and then just rest the hands down onto the floor or mat. Once your hands are resting, your head can rest as well. Let's soften the upper body, see if we can walk a little further and relax the back and the head forward. In fact, we can do it dynamically following the breath. So inhale, look forward, walk the hands forward, keep the buttocks down. Exhale, release and relax the head down. Take your time, take some deep breath in, walk forward, exhale, release. Let's do one more. Inhale, let's walk forward. Stretch here. Exhale, let's release down. And we're going to walk these hands back on the next inhale. We're going to let go of the blanket behind us and just come onto our knees. Here we're going to have a little series, a little sequence with some really strong back stretches as well. So we're going to stay in the posture. We're going to do child's pose for recovery and stay in that posture for a little while, just to help the back with the counter stretch. So child's pose, feet together, walk your hands forward, release the head down, make sure the buttocks is on the feet, push that tailbone down and release. So let's stay here for 5 breaths. Take your time, just find your comfort in the posture. Breathe in deeply. This is a good posture to loosen up, let go of the tensions in your body, especially in the spine. And on the next breathing, on the next inhale, you can come forward onto your hands. We're going to come onto all fours and then lower yourself down onto your hands into chaturanga and then completely down. Place the hands below the shoulders. We're going to come down on the mat. Then inhale, we're going to grab all the feet behind the back. Just stay here for this one. Gently pulling the feet down to your buttocks. Don't let them go to the side. Just really keep them in line with the knees. You can release. We're going to push up into a cobra on the inhale. You don't have to go too far. You can place the forearms down as well. Just take the chest off the mat. Look up and we're going to stretch the upper back. So rest the lower back and breathing from here. Lengthen the upper back. Feel that thread pulling you up from the top of your skull again. Then release. We're going to push into a child's pose. Stay in a child's pose for 3 breaths. Make sure to push that buttocks down. Hit the palm. Inhale. Let's come back forward into chaturanga. So holding here. Then release down, placing the hands down onto your shoulders. Forehead down. This time we're going to grab all of the feet again on the inhale. And gently pull these feet, so push these feet up. And this is your bow posture, Dhanurasana. So keep the head looking forward, lift the legs and the feet up, and release on the exhale. Let's completely push up into a cobra. Looking up, you can stay further down as well. You don't have to go too far up. And then release on the exhale. Let's go straight back into a child's pose. As you can see, I'm increasing the speed a little bit. It can become a bit of a faster sequence. If you can't manage to do it on your breath, it doesn't matter. Let's keep going. Come back. Lower yourself down into chaturanga. Hold here. Then release. Let's go back into the bow posture. Bring the feet in. Inhale, lift the legs. Keep the knees parallel. Lift up. Exhale, release. Place the hands down. Inhale up into a cobra or a sphinx. The sphinx being the same thing, just a little bit further up. Push the shoulders down. Exhale, release forward. And inhale, go up into a child's pose. And this is your sequence. We'll do a couple more. Release here for 5 breaths. Just really release the lower back because we're doing some strong posture for your lower back. It's important here to really round part of your back by pushing that tailbone down. You want to round it nicely and make sure that you really release the lower back before we continue. Okay, ready for the last series. Come forward onto our hands. We'll lower ourselves down. Hold here. Chaturanga and release. Inhale into a boat pose. Bring the feet in. Lift the legs up. Look forward. Exhale, release. Bring the hands down. Inhale into Sphinx or Cobra. Looking up, shoulders down. Exhale, release. Inhale, push up into child's pose. And 5 breaths here for release. On the next inhale, we're going to come forward into your fours. And we're going to place the hands together, so interlace your fingers. Make sure the elbows are more or less just below your shoulders, hands in the center. And we're going to tuck the toes under and push up into a sort of a downward dog. And this is an alternative to your downward dog, so gently pushing up here. You might find it a lot more difficult, so feel free to bring the knees down. Go back into a child's pose. We're going to do a few to practice it. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, let's come forward. Bring the hands together. Push up. Let's see if we can push a little further, pushing the heels down into the mat. See if we can straighten the spine here. Take a couple more breaths here. And we'll go down into child's pose. If it's too much, feel free to go down now. Otherwise, let's inhale, exhale here, come down. Release into child's pose for 3 breaths. And then the next one, we're going to go into normal downward facing dog. So come into all fours, hands down, tuck your feet under, push up into your normal downward dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. You can walk the legs one by one. And then I'm just going to walk the feet forward to the hands. Release here in a forward bend for a deep breath. And then gently rocking the arms from side to side. So gently rocking the hips as well. We can push up to come up into a standing position. We're going to inhale the arms up as well. Gently take those arms back. And then bring the hands to the heart into prayer. You can release here. We are going to come to the center of our mat. We're going to open the feet wide. Place the hands onto the hips. And gently come forward, keeping the back horizontal. We're going to place one hand down. So let's start with the right hand. You want it not on the same line as your feet. You want it just a little bit in front of your feet. a bit forward so it's making a triangle shape with your feet. And on the inhale, we take the left arm up. Now let's see if we can align his arms and shoulders. Take the gaze up to your left hand. Exhale, bring that arm down. Inhale, the opposite arm up. Exhale, down, and left arm up on the inhale. You can follow your own breath on this one. We'll do a few more on each side. Take your time. Keep your hips in the center. Don't move your hips. Let's see if you can straighten his arms. So gently bring the shoulders on the same line and lengthen the spine. Let's do one more on each side. Let's see if you can twist a little bit further. Take your gaze up to your fingertips and release. You can come down. We're going to walk those hands back. Rest the head down here. Keep the legs straight. Make sure the knees are not locked, but keep his legs nice and straight. Let's see if we can walk the hands even further. And we're going to come forward. Bring the hands onto the hips. Back horizontal. Let's bring the elbows up. You can release the arms. We're going to bring the feet closer together. And come down into a squat. Bringing the hands together. Placing the arms in between the legs. So this is your yogi squat or malasana. And then we're going to release those arms. Place one hand down here. So let's start with the left hand next to your left foot. Arm on the inside of the leg. And we inhale the right arm up. So we open the chest. Here again, we try to have those arms on the same line. Exhale, we can take that arm down. Place it on the inside of the right leg. And twist to the left side. Make sure you tuck that tailbone under. And it's a nice twist for the spine as well. Exhale, let's bring it down. You can bring the feet a lot closer if that's easy for you as well. And open to the side, look up, exhale down. Let's keep going. If you want to challenge, if this is not enough for you, you can come up onto tiptoes to do the same thing. Just take your time, control the movement. We'll do one more on each side here. Release the right arm down. Inhale, left arm up. Okay, let's come down here. Let's bring the hands into prayer for one more breath. Let's see if we can push the legs out a bit further using your elbows. Deep breath here. See if you can tilt the pelvis under to lengthen the spine. Lovely. And you can release. So we're going to sit down here. You can also grab your support. Place it just behind you. And just relax. Release the buttocks down onto your support. Take the legs wide open in front of you. Inhale these arms up. Let's lift here. Lengthen the spine, but release the shoulders. Let's come forward. So forward first. Here, make sure the toes are pointing up, so don't collapse the legs. You don't have to open them too wide if it's easy for you to have them closer. And then we're going to release the hands down. Just like we did before, we can release the heads, the shoulders here. And then maybe we might be able to move them a little bit further as well, walking the hands further. Or just coming down onto your forearms. We'll take a couple breaths here. And let's see if we can release a little deeper. Maybe walk the hands further and release on the exhale. Then we're going to walk the hands back to the center. We're going to bring the right leg in. So placing your hands just behind the knee, you can bring it in. We're going to place the foot on the inside of the leg here. We're going to inhale those arms up. Lengthen here. Exhale, twist to your right side. And let's release here. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. We bring the left foot in, release the right leg out. Bring the arms up on the inhale, lengthen the spine, release the shoulders. Exhale, twist to the left side. And let's release. You can come and sit with your legs in front of you. Again, feel free to use the support if needed. I'll show you what it looks like. Just really sit on the edge of it this way, so your hips are just a little bit higher up. With me. We're going to bring the arms up here. So lengthen the spine and exhale forwards. Let's place the hands either onto the legs, either onto the toes, if they can reach the toes. If they can't, it doesn't matter. Keep them on your legs. We want to keep that lower back lovely and straight, and then gently release forward. Keep on breathing here. Keep your head soft and released. We'll take a couple breaths here. Just need to check on the time. 2 minutes. And again, let's see if we can inhale, lengthen the spine, straighten the back. Maybe walk the hands a bit further forward. And exhale, release deeply forward. Take 2 more breaths here. Then you can release. We are going to place the hands under the legs. So gently bring your arms below your knees, and you can bring your hands together into prayer. And release here. So the knees are slightly bent, the legs are slightly off the mat. It might be easier for you to come down off your supports as well. And just rest here so you can release the head forward. Keep the back lovely and rounded. Let's sink in a tiny bit further. And then we're going to come back out. We're just going to go into Savasana for a really short period. It's not going to be a proper relaxation, but just to show you the posture. So keep your legs as they are right now. Place your blanket or support or there's a cushion or towel, doesn't matter. Just place it under your knees this way. And then walk your hands down. Actually, I have to put down the three. So walking the hands down to come down onto the back to release, just because we've had really strong postures for the lower back. It's really important to release it now. So release the arms out to the side completely. Come lying down. Keep your spine long and straight. And then soften the body completely. So just release in your lower back. You can wiggle the spine to make sure it's nice and flat, especially in the lower back or shoulders area. Make sure the arms are open out so the shoulders are relaxed. The palms can be facing up to the ceiling. Fingers soft, they can be together if you want, touching. You can relax the face one more time. And bring all of your attention into your breathing. Breathing in deeply through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So this is where I'm going to leave you, but you can stay in this posture for a little longer. Just focus on your breathing, stay there for a couple of minutes, and make sure that you completely relax your body after this strong session. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. We will be back tomorrow for a new session, for the last one of the week. And I think we'll keep this new time as well. I'm not too sure yet, but tomorrow will be 7 a.m. GMT as well. So thank you. Have a lovely day, everyone. See you tomorrow.